this world we live together. I'm your sister, you're my brother. Let's stand as one big family. For there's strength in unity, our brother's keeper we must be. Never doubting, never fearing for the future.
Welcome to Outreach, a radio program hosted by Barnod Inc., catering to the disabled community here in Barbados and internationally. This program is geared to empower, educate the disabled community. Welcome back to Outreach. I'm your host, Diana Applewhite. When life throws you a curve, what do you do? Do you fold up and die? Or do you just get up and do what you have to do? Sitting in with me today is Miss Celia Collymore of Bajan Fusion. Miss Collymore, welcome to Outreach.
Thank you, Diana, for having me.
You are most welcome. And so, Celia, my first question would be, what is Bajan Fusion? What is it all about?
All right. So Bajan Fusion is a fitness lifestyle service where we package experiences around the island for locals and visitors. So on any given month, you can experience mountain biking, hiking, caving, paintball, paddleboard, horseback riding, kayaking, you name it. It's all about trying something new and different. We also focus on the individual, that taking that holistic approach to your full life. So we're looking in areas of exercise. We do exercise classes as well, online and in person. We focus on personal development training as well as coaching. We just want our network, our community to be well-rounded and become the best versions of themselves.
Whoa, I am still trying to catch your breath after that. Celia, you do so much. So take me back to what made you start Bajan Fusion.
All right. So I was living in New York at the time. I got a basketball scholarship to Pace University in New York. So I played junior basketball here in Barbados. Also senior team, played for Barbados in 2000, or Caribbean Championships. We won that. And basketball afforded me the opportunity to get a scholarship. So I left for the US back in 1998. And during that time, I got my bachelor's, I got my master's. And then I worked for a global financial services company in human resources. I was there for a while, for about 6 years. And then the economy tanked in 2008. So, so many things were happening in the US. And my job was one of those that were impacted. Mm-hmm. And I obviously had to repatriate back to Barbados. And that was a very trying and tough time for me. But prior to coming back, months before I came back, I got to experience an exercise movement, a class. And they were playing a lot of soca, right? And so it was a lot of Alison Hines. I remember Rupi Lorit, like this person, the fitness instructor, she loved soca music. And I just remember saying, this is different. You're taking who we are as a culture and you're getting your people fit and having fun and losing weight. You need to come to Barbados. And that's really where it started, where I was fusing cultures. And that's how I came up with the name Bajan Fusion.
Okay. And you were always in this field?
Actually, no. So when you think about my career, I've obviously been an athlete, but I worked in human resources, so training and developing people. And because I had a love for fitness and sports, I kind of just merge all those things together: fitness, sports, HR, projects. And that's really how Bajan Fusion took life. Mm-hmm. So I am pretty much living out my dream. I'm doing the things that I love to do. So It never, ever feels like work.
And as you said, your passion is not work.
There
it
you
doesn't
go.
seem like work. And so, Celia, share with us some of the other events that you do in your Bajan Fusion.
All right. So I will share kind of was actually coming up for this month. So we usually have a calendar of events.
Okay.
So the start of the year, what's going to happen with Bajan Fusion, January all the way down to December. Right. So it's making sure that our community is aware. I know there are people who might want to come to events and they might not have the money right away. So they can plan. They can really plan for these different activities that they want to participate in. So next month we have cave-in, where we're going to go into Cole's Cave. So persons who are not, who are not scared, not for the faint of heart, people who like to get wet, have fun, explore, that's for those type of people. And we have hiking. We're going to be doing a number of hike for a cause, of course, with the protocols and everything that's in place. We're following that.
But stick a pin there.
Sure.
So explain to me this hike for a cause.
Right. So hike for a cause is bringing awareness to causes that are known and unknown. So organization might come to us, or we might approach an organization and say, look, we want to support your efforts in terms of bringing awareness to your organization. What are your needs as an organization? How can we as a brand support you through this idea that we have? So we have a couple of coming up, and September, October, and November. So these charities, we're raising awareness for them. We've also designed T-shirts as well, where persons can buy the shirts and part proceeds would go towards these organizations. So this is part of our values as an organization, making sure that we give back to the community, add value. They say charity begins at home, and I want to make sure that our brand, we also add value to our communities.
Okay, so it's also pushing awareness and also a sort of fundraising.
Raising funds as well,
yeah,
correct.
I like it. Sounds really interesting.
Yes.
Must take note of that.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you had mentioned bicycling and...
Right. So we have archery coming up. So as an athlete, I played basketball. So for me, it's also to bring awareness to those non-traditional sports that people might not know about or may not think that they can do. So it's exposing Barbadians to these new and interesting sport. And archery is for all ages. It doesn't matter how old you are, you can come and experience archery.
Celia, there is that lady there sitting on her couch, and she's like, archery, what is that?
Yes, so it's pretty much bow and arrow. For those who know what a bow looks like and an arrow looks like, you're pretty much, and the beauty about that lady on the couch is it isn't a lot of hard work. It's a lot more mental work. It's not as physical. So for someone who might say, I'm not very fit, archery is a great activity that they can experience. We also have golfing as well. So people can come and explore Barbados Golf Club. They get to learn how to use the club. They get to go to the range. I mean, I love what I do, and I love that people get experiences through my brand that they might not have thought about before.
Oh, you play. Is there any sport that you don't cater to?
Well, there's still a couple that we're obviously looking into, especially for 2022, that we want to bring more awareness to, but get locals to participate in the sport. It isn't just for athletes. Mm-hmm. Ordinary people, too, can experience these different sports.
And so, listeners, it may sound like, oh, you have to be fit and trim to take part, but no, it is for the average Bajan. And if I did it, you can.
And you know what, Diana, I was really impressed with you. And when you came to our Breakfast Fast, which is exercise and breakfast at La Cabane, of course, I was not aware that you were blind. No one told me. And when I found out on the day, it really got me in a different mindset, where it's, yes, Bajan Fusion is really about including other people. And it's, all right, I need to focus on her, but I know that when one area isn't functioning, others are heightened. Yeah. And I know that you're a great listener. You paid really good attention. Of course, there was some focus on you, making sure that you're having a good time, making sure that you are enjoying the movement as well. And you were a real champ. I was really impressed with you. And I thank you for coming out and experiencing Bajan Fusion.
It was my pleasure. And thanks to you too, Celia.
You're welcome.
And so, Celia, you have mentioned the events for 2021, But do you have any upcoming events for 2022?
But a lot of what we would have done in 2021, most of them are going to happen again in 2022. But 2022 is a big year for Bajan Fusion. We will be celebrating 10 years.
Yippee!
I cannot even believe that I've been in business for 10 years and I'm still here and I'm still pushing and I'm really excited about the future and the possibilities of my brand. So we're looking to do more things. We're looking to do bigger and better things. And we really want to celebrate our community. We want to thank our community for coming out and supporting us and helping the brand grow. So there's so much to look forward to. There are things that we're going to plan and there are going to be things that we may not even know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully before the end of the year, our entire 2022 schedule will be planned. Of course, we know all that is happening with COVID, but we're flexible and we're willing to work and, just kind of maneuver and deal with, how things go.
This sounds like so much. Do you work with a team or do you do this alone?
Well, I do most of it alone, but I do have business advisors who support me on with the brand as well. And I do have persons that I would hire on a pro bono basis as well. So it's a community. So even though I might be the point person and the personality behind the brand, there are people who do support me weekly, monthly, yearly.
Okay, Celia, this sounds so exciting. So listeners, Bajan Fusion, sign up. You can go on her website,
www.bajanfusion.com. Persons can also send me an email, celia@bajanfusion.com. If you're interested in the events at bajanfusion.com, and give us a call, 284-5426. And I'll repeat that, 284-5426.
So listeners, there you have it. No reason not to get in contact with Miss Celia Collymore of Bajan Fusion. Celia, I want to say a big thank you for coming in and sharing with us.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
You are most welcome. Today, my guest was Miss Celia Collymore of Bajan Fusion. I was your presenter, Diana Applewhite. Have a wonderful weekend. Shalom. You have been listening to Outreach, a radio program hosted by members of Barnod. Please give us a call at 1-246-248-0656. You can reach us on our Facebook page, Barnod Inc. Barbados, or our Instagram page, Barnod Inc. Barbados. Or you can email us at barnodinc@gmail.com. Please leave your comment and let us know how you feel about the program.
There's strength in unity, our brother's keeper. We must be never doubting, never fearing for the future. Never doubting, never fearing for the future. No, never doubting.